Hi, this is Craig Daniels. Welcome to Craig's Classroom. I wanted to do a short module today just to illustrate some of the great things that you can do with the free photo editing tool called Picasa. It's a free download from Google, and I highly recommend that you take a look at it. One of the things you can do with it is the collage tool, and today was the first day of the month, so I wanted to new wallpaper on my desktop, and I wanted to also not only put some recent photographs, but I wanted to put a snapshot of a calendar so I could show the months that I could take a look at as I see it on my desktop all the time. It helps me organize my upcoming days, and so that calendar is a great way. So I'm going to take a snapshot of a calendar, I'm going to take some photographs, and I'm going to show you how to use this great photo editing tool called Picasa. Are you ready? Well, let's get started. So what I want to do is show you how easy it is in Picasa to create a collage that we can use on our desktop, and that way we can also incorporate some pictures from our photo library as well as a snapshot of a calendar that can be a useful reference for you when you're trying to see what dates in the month are coming up and trying to organize. So here I am in Picasa, and I've already tagged some photographs with the word collage. So I've gone up here and typed in the word collage because when you have a lot of photographs in your library, using the tags feature is a great way to be able to help you find the ones that you're looking for in the future. So I had already done this prep work, and I had tagged a few of these pictures in my library that I wanted to use in my collage. So what I'll do in this particular folder is select those two photos, and on the bottom you can see that there's a button that says collage, and that will launch me over into my collage editor. Now, when you're working to prepare a desktop image, the desktop has a certain particular aspect ratio. Usually it's widescreen, and so over here in the canvas size you can see these are all the presets that you can choose as far as a canvas. The one that I'm going to use here is the widescreen monitor, and that way it has the right proportions of height to width, and usually most will have a widescreen monitor, so that's a good one. You can also choose the 4:3, which is a older standard screen. So depending on which kind of monitor you have, you would pick one of those two. So with the widescreen setting, in this palette here you can choose a color that you want. So you can pick just by whatever color works for you. I like in the darker, so I'll choose it into the darker blue here. And so I have my colors and I have my two images to start with. I'm going to use 3 images total. But you can see here in Picasa how easy it is. It's freeform. You can move them around. You can use this handle to size them and to rotate them. And if I select these 2 images, I can also throw on the white borders, so it looks like photographs. Now I'm going to go back to my library because I had one more photograph that was in a different folder. So I'm going to scroll down here, select this image, and then go back to my collage. And it's now in my clips tab. Up here you just see a clips tab, so I can click that and I can drag that clip also in, and I can do the same types of things here. Under settings I can choose another white border there. So if I were to move these around here, let's say I wanted to organize it something like, well, let's see, let's put that down there. This one maybe we'll give it a little bit of a rotation. Something like that. Now what I want to do is go out and get a calendar that I can copy from a screenshot of on the screen, and I'll paste that over to here. So in my web browser I need to go find going to a website called timeanddate.com, and they have calendars there. Over here we can set up a calendar. What I want to do is I'm interested in just a couple of months. So there's a link here that I can create my own calendar. So I'll go ahead and choose that option. And in here you can pick different types of calendars. We'll stick with the regular. But what I want to do is choose the option that says I'm only interested in 2 months. So let me look here. I'm looking for multiple months here under the calendar period. And then I can specify that the first month would be February, since we're in a new month today, and the second month to March. So I just want 2 months. I want it in this appearance. You can play around with the different things as far as the settings. But let's do that, and let's show the calendar. Okay, that looks good. However, I'd rather have that stacked 1 month over the other one. So let me see if I can find that option. So that would be it would be under formatting, number of columns. So I want to do no columns. That should stack them one on top of the other. Now let's see how, if I update the calendar now, how that looks. Great. And then the other thing is, if I wanted to play around with formatting a little bit, I could. Or quick design. Let's see. How about quick design? Let's say if I want a contemporary or subtle grid. Okay, well that one looks good. So what I see on my screen right now is what I want to capture. So in Windows you do alternate print screen, hold down the Alt key, press the print screen button. In Mac there's other similar key combinations. I'll put them into the notes here along with the blog post where you can get the exact key combinations if you're on a Mac. So what I've done is I've copied it to the clipboard. If I call up, I have a free editing app that I like to use in Windows. It's called Irfan View, because what I need to do is I need a graphics app that will allow me to basically paste in the screen capture. Irfan View is a free download, extremely easy to use. And then what I'm going to do is draw a box around the part that I actually want, crop, and then one more time, let's see. Sorry, I'm going to reset that. Draw the box around. Use the crop command, which is under the edit menu, or the shortcut key is Control-Y. And then I will save this image. So I will use the save button. And I'm going to save that. I could save it to my desktop, or I could save it to my pictures folder. So if I save it to my pictures folder, that's just a good dropping off point, and I will save a calendar. I'll say this is a calendar 2-month from February, and I'm saving it as a GIF file, a GIF file. JPEGs are designed for photographs. GIFs and PNGs, PNG files, are designed for images with nice solid colors like you see here. This is not a photograph, this is more of a solid color type of image, so we're going to save that as a GIF or a PNG. And then, so now what Picasa did is that since it's in my pictures, I need to go back to my library, and I will, if I use my search tool here, I can do calendar, and I can see that there it is, the one that just automatically indexed it and found it for me. So I select that, go back to my collage tool, go to my clips tab, and then I can drag that calendar on here. And again, it's movable and sizable. So if I wanted to do something a little bit smaller, I could do that, set it down, and then I'm done. So let's go ahead and create the collage. And it takes just a moment here. It will create the collage. And in Picasa, the collage that it creates is a very high resolution one, higher than my monitors actually has for number of pixels. So another thing that you can do, just so that it's optimized for the screen size, is go ahead and use the export tool. And I'll go ahead and export to my desktops folder, because I have a folder where I drop my desktop images to. And then I can use this slider here which says resize the image to a particular target size. My monitor is about 1600 pixels across, so that will be a better resolution. Rather than put the huge file on my desktop, which would take more memory than it needs to, I'll just resize that via the export command to the 1600 pixel target size. And then Picasa does that for me. It brings up, opens the folder for me. If I wanted to rename this file, I could call this the February 2012 desktop. And then that would just remind me which one it is. And then if I right click on it and choose the option in Windows that says set as desktop background, that will go ahead and take that image and use it as my desktop background. And just like that, we went ahead and created a desktop. Just took some photos, used our tool Picasa, used another tool Irfan View, and we did a website, timeanddate.com, made a calendar, and just within a few minutes there, we created a nice desktop that we can use for the month, and it has the calendar. Well, that's it. I'm glad that you watched. I hope you learned something new. If you're interested in all these things that I just did using Picasa, tagging photos, cropping, saving them in different file types, Be sure and check out my new virtual classroom, which is called Graphics for Bloggers 101, and I go a lot more into detail and slow down on each of these different topics so that you can see and understand how you do these different things. And graphics are a great thing to be able to use on your blogs and be able to leverage things like compositions and different things that will make your blog posts stand out. So if you're interested, check out my page for Graphics for Bloggers 101. Thanks for watching today. We'll catch you on another session coming up soon here in Craig's Classroom.